In this video, we're going to show you how where you park your car actually can tell if you're going to have a boy or a girl using Feng Shui. Hi guys.
Hi guys.
So today we're going to be talking with Aur about the Feng Shui of parking your car or car park, something like that. So we'll be looking at where you park your car and how it influences your life and what it can show about you, including if you're going to have a boy or a girl when you get pregnant. So maybe we'll start off with that. So how can you see from where you park your car if a person is going to have a boy or a girl?
You have to know that the landscape of the house, right? You know that we have to divide to man, woman, a girl, and a boy.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched that before, the woman is on the left-hand side, the masculine is on the right. So standing, if you're looking at the house, on the left will be the woman, on the right will be the man, and then in the front it'll be the child version of that. So it'll be a little girl and a little boy. These are Feng Shui positions that we talk about a lot.
I have to say that, you know, if you have a house and you have missing part, for example, like you're missing for a boy area and the house is like a full bill but missing one, normally it's for parking.
So it will be like an L shape basically, and then you'll have that area where you park your car.
Exactly. But for Western, I think Western have this kind of problem less than Asia, because most of the time you have a parking in the building.
Yeah. So
and you have a garage closed down as a part of the building.
Part of the building. Yeah. So if it's that, then it's not cutting up. So when you talk about an area being cut, it means that there's no structure there. There's no building there. So it means that you say, for example, you've got like an L shape or a U shape building, and you've got some part missing.
Exactly.
But you're saying that if you've got a garage that's built into the property under the same roof, then you're not going to have that problem.
You're not going to have that problem, but if you have, I have to say that if you have a electric car, you will have no problem. But if you have like a gasoline car, a lot of people in that building will have allergic.
Oh, really? Because of course.
And have problem with the breathing.
Because when you drive in, the fumes from that enter into the house.
Exactly. Another thing is, if you're rich, I have to say, if you're rich and you have more land, like you have to drive a long time to get into the parking, that will cause the problem more.
It's
because it's like a arrow, right?
Oh yeah, like an arrow,
Yeah, like one of my old house when my father's still alive. We have a parking that go into, but also we have a. You remember my mom's house? Yeah, they have also can park in the sideway. And so also direct in.
You've got two directions that once you come in, you can either turn to the side or you can go to the back of the property.
You can see that when it become like this, it's like an arrow.
Yeah.
My father would die after staying there for only less than 2-3 years.
Because that's what you call in Feng Shui as well. You call it like a direct hit, right?
Yes,
because it's bringing that. Right into the man area, bringing all of the bad, all of the, you know.
And what happened is because my mom have a door, right? We have a door when my father there. And so we move it to the other side and we make a door, but we didn't destroy that door. We still do the wall. So it like we have two doors. Then the man in there have.
We've talked about this in other it was after your father had passed away, right? So we're not talking about your father here, but it was after your father passed away. You had two gates there, and so you got to know that in a house where you've got two gates, same size, parallel where people can drive in, it shows that it's specifically the man, right? It's not going to be the woman.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so one of the people in there, if they're a couple, one of them will lead a double life because you've got the double doors. So they'll have another family or another mistress or I don't know what the male version of that is. Yeah, they'll have something else on the side. But that's only if both the doors are parallel and they're basically the same size and you can drive your car on both sides. There's a lot of rich houses that have a circular driveway where you have exactly that, where you can come in from both sides.
No, that one is one.
That's
you can see like this, right?
Okay, because I don't want this video to cause like people getting into huge fights.
You can see that in Western world you might have like a 2 door and 2 garage.
Okay.
That
so if you've got a double
one,
garage, then it's one
room.
Yeah.
It's not 2 rooms.
That's completely different. Okay.
Yeah, don't.
But I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah.
But okay, so we're talking about if your garage or if your parking is on one side versus the other side, if you're gonna have a boy or a girl, right?
Yeah.
So what did we talk about? In the end,
but if you already have the kids before you get in this house, then it's another story.
Totally different story. Because you can have the child and then move into the house, but that's gonna have a different effect too, right?
Yes,
You've said that.
yes.
But okay, so if you haven't had kids, if you're trying to have kids and your garage or your car park is on the right-hand side in the boy area,
then it's so difficult to get the boy.
Then because that's missing, that means that it's going to be difficult to get the boy.
You can fix it by using a tree, put a tree in front of the, before, let the car hit the tree instead of the house.
Okay, so
you can use like, what do you call it? Like, you didn't plant it on the earth.
Oh, you put it in pots.
Yeah.
Okay, but how big do they have to be then? Because pots, I mean,
have to be the whole wall.
So it has to at least be as tall as like the car, or taller than the car then.
Exactly.
Right? And then once you do that, it will stop the wind flow? It will stop. Well, how do trees help?
Because the tree will collect all the dust and all the bad, everything that is going to go into the house.
Ah, okay. So it's because of the trees that will help. And does that mean that if you put the trees there, you can actually have a boy? If
possible, but still difficult.
Still difficult because it's the nature of the Feng Shui showing that you can't do it. So on the other side, same thing. If the girl side is missing, then it's going to be difficult to have a young girl.
Exactly. And another thing that we're talking about in the Thai video is if you're parking in front of somebody's house or you rent a parking lot or you go and park with somebody area.
Yeah.
In Western also have.
Yeah, so we will park somewhere else, not necessarily on our property.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, also they'll park on the street or somewhere else.
When we buy a car, that template, the color of the car and also our car, it's our property, right?
Yeah.
And you put it for other people. It means you give your luck to them.
Oh, really?
Yes. So it means if you park everywhere, it means you spend your fortune for somebody else, not you.
Well, that's great. So you should have your property. You should say for Mercedes, Porsches, and Lamborghinis, we have free parking in front of our house.
Yeah, come and park.
But if you have a crappy 20-year-old car, you're not allowed to park here.
You know what? No, it's not like that. It's like a gift. If you're giving to someone, you will get something.
Okay.
For nature, this is nature law, right? So if you park in somebody's house, it means you give your fortune or your luck to someone else. But if you can see all the parking always rich.
Yeah. All the parking always rich. What do you mean?
The owner of the parking always rich.
The person who owns parking
everywhere
lot.
in the world.
Oh, really? Interesting. So if you own a parking garage, you have a lot of money. That's cool. Okay.
See? So if you allow them to park and if they, they didn't cut off your entrance, then let it be because they're going to be bad luck, you're going to be good luck, so what?
So sharing the assets, sharing your wealth, that's really cool. Okay, so that's if somebody's parking on your land. But can I ask, some places don't actually have their own car park, right? So they have to park on the street. If they park on the street,
then they have to pay for the government.
Then you're going to be giving the luck or the assets to the government more.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense because if you're in a house that you don't have a big enough land to be able to have that, then most likely you're going to have to pay extra fees to government and everything like that. That's really cool. Do you have anything else to tell about parking?
No, I have to say that everything have detail. If you wanted to learn more, you can learn. We have a class online.
Yeah, the class online. So the classes that we have are just down in the description. You can read about them.
Yeah.
And also we've got a Feng Shui and Astrology Facebook group. If you want to learn more, we've got a lot of content in there. I'll put a link in the description. Yep. And of course, if you have any questions, if there's a video topic that you'd love to hear us talk about, you can let us know in the comments and make sure to like and share if you enjoyed this. And we'll see you next time.